this is an introduction to NRLP, New Rules of Play. Now, NRLP is an acronym maybe for many things. For instance, now realize our potential. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to realize your potential. I want you to realize that together we can beat this. Now you may be asking, beat what? Well, if you looked around and realized that this life is a game, that okay, it's not always the most fun game, but it's a game, and you have to be strategic in the way that you approach this game. Some people sit back, I included, and blame the game, blame the rules, that the game doesn't change. Now, I realized, I come to this, sense of reality where I was like, it's not the game that has to change, it's me, It sounds kind of cliche, it's kind of obvious, common sense here is an amazing thing. It's us that have to change, and hence New Rules of Play was born. Now, I went to the doctors, and the doctors sat there and told me, you're the most intelligent person that has been in this room. And I was like, wow, so that's you included. I took it as a huge compliment, and I said, thank you, that's a huge compliment. He says, yes, but you know what else is huge? I said, what? He says, the fact that it's a huge disappointment that I've never seen somebody so far from their potential. And I was like kind of broken down a bit there, he built me up just to let me down. Buttercup, why do you build me up? I ain't gonna start singing. But basically, it was like a huge anticlimax where I realized, you know what? And about an hour passed when I was at home, and I thought to myself, you know what, that man was right. Also, I saw my solicitor today, and he was like, you're extremely intelligent. Why don't you do something with it? What are you gonna do next? Maybe you should be, a philosopher. What's one of those? And he was like, oh, you're not that intelligent after all. I was playing, but he said maybe you should take up mentoring, something that can help people. I like to pour myself into others. I like not to get involved in everyone else's business, but to just point them in the right direction and share the knowledge that I've gained in life. Because while everyone else was trying to build some career and study and blah blah blah, I was running around. I mean, I had a child at 15, I was just gaining life experience, and I learned so many things at such a young age, and maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it's good now because I'm older, more wise and mature, and I can look back honestly and say, I've learned from all these mistakes, and I've learned from things I did right and the things I did wrong, and I can maybe pass that on to somebody else, because it'd be such a terrible waste otherwise. Now, I've been thinking about doing a YouTube channel for a long time. I've got some talents and some skills in different areas, and I thought, what can I do? And this is it. This is what I need to do. It's a subject that nobody talks about. Now, NRLP is a subject that if you spell backwards, it is PORN, yeah? I don't know if you noticed that. So New Rules of Play is reversing the effects of online porn addiction. A lot of people do channels like based on NoFap diet, based on exercise, or based on organization, self-motivation, self-exploration, self-management, coaching, approach game, those kind of things. And I feel that this channel could be all of those things encapsulated just in this channel. New Rules of Play. It's quite open, you can be as versatile as you want. But the main enemy to this game will be, and will always be, porn. No matter what we do, whether it be we achieve such heights of success in one way or another. We have a family, we have a wife and children, we have a great job, a great knowledge, whatever it may be. You might be, the healthiest man in the world, a huge bodybuilder, this great athlete, there's a long list of things you could be. I'm sure you're aware of that. Whatever the case is, porn will take away from that. It will destroy it. If it doesn't completely obliterate it, it will steal away from it. And you will never squeeze every last drop of juice out of life. And in order to do that, you need to now realize our potential. So, this is my introduction. As I said, you know, I'm not a professional as of yet, and I will be. And you know what? Do you ever look back in hindsight and realize, you know, once somebody's been successful, or once a business has grown into something special or an idea, and think, I could have been part of that. I wish I was there at the beginning. I wish I was one of the founders of this operation, whatever it may be. No, here's your chance. It's an opportunity. You need to take it, grasp it, run with it, you know, join me. We'll fight it together. Now, seriously though, like, you know, if you're interested in joining up and taking part in this and being involved, we can do different things. We can do 7-day challenges with no porn or no masturbation, whatever it may be. It could be a diet, it could be an exercise regime, it could be many different things. I'm all about, instead of beating the main demon, you know, the huge warrior of the battlefield, I'm talking about eliminating all these foot soldiers, because people are just like try and make it so simple. They're like, stop watching porn, just stop. How can we just stop? You know, I didn't just stop. I had to evolve, I had to change, I had to adapt, I had to learn every step of the way. You know, every day was progress. And some days it wouldn't even feel like that. Some days it was a suffocation. It was so hard to breathe. And I mean metaphorically, because I tried my damn hardest, you know, and it just wouldn't work out for me. But I have a lot of tips, I have a lot of knowledge, and I'm ready to share it. And I can now look back in hindsight and see that I'm a warrior. I've achieved so much, because there's so many people that just can't beat this habit. But actually, I don't believe in can't. They don't beat this habit. They choose not to. And if you realize it's a habit, then you can do this. If you're looking at it like porn's not that bad, I'm not hurting anybody. You know, there's a lot of different opinions about porn. A lot of people say it's actually quite healthy to masturbate. Now, I disagree, because on day one of no masturbation, you may feel the same as you always would have felt. On day 2, day 3, you start getting a bit more energy. You start being magnetic in way of attraction, like other people are more attracted to you, because you have this glow, you have this bounce and this energy. You know, the testosterone, the dopamine, the levels of hormones. It takes a long time to balance things out and get back to normal, but you can reach that goal.
Don't be weak, do a week.
After a week, I'm telling you, you feel alive again. You start smiling at things you used to. You know, start feeling happy and joy at things that you used to when you was younger and stuff. Because it can do so much for you. It can change your world, it can change your life, and you might not want to give me the opportunity to lead you through this time in your life. You know, you might just turn off and forget it. Porn's definitely better than watching that guy. But you know what, right? If you give me an opportunity, if you give me a chance, right, I can change your life. And that's not even a joke. I really can change your life. So on that note, stick with me. New rules of play, NROP. Peace.
Don't see them as objects, a bunch of body parts walking down the road. You see them as people with feelings, and you know that they have to be treated with respect in order to maintain that relationship that you have.